Welcome to Aromatic Bangladeshi Kitchen. I'm Parveen Chowdhury. Today I have my youngest friend. Her name is Tanha Alom. Tanha, thank you so much for coming to our show. She's going to Harvard this year and I requested her to show one dish. So before she goes to college, this is her time and we are doing the recording now. So thank you so much, Tanha, to come to my show. I'm so happy and excited. What you are going to cook today?
So thank you very much for having me today. I really appreciate that. But today I'm going to be making some cheesy pasta with shrimp.
Okay.
And it will have like a really heavy garlic taste with it.
Okay.
Yes.
Do you want? And also, I'm going to make. So we are doing together. I'm going to make is. It's called net bread, but in Bangladesh we call it Chita Pita or Chita Pita. It's made with rice flour. I want you to introduce to your spicy, then I will introduce what I am going to use for my
All right,
dish.
sounds great. So right here I have black pepper.
Okay.
And then right here is parsley flakes, and then salt, and some onion powder, and some oregano. And then right here I have a bowl of cheese. I did mozzarella and cheddar mixed. And right here I have some green chilies.
Yeah.
And then right here is the pasta. And I have one full cut onion. I won't be using all of it, just however much I think is necessary. And then I have some minced chopped garlic and some heavy cream and some parsley for the end just to garnish it off. And I took 8 shrimps here, which I cut into smaller pieces. And then 1 entire stick of butter.
Okay, so quite a lot of spices.
Yes.
All right. So while Tanha is doing her stuff, I already put some water to boil. If you want to just, start your,
putting it in?
Putting it in so it start boiling, then I can introduce my spice.
All right, sounds great. So I'm going to put the pasta right into the bowl right now.
It's like a whole pack.
Yeah,
right?
a whole pack.
A pack of. So now while it's boiling,
I'm just going to put some salt in it. With it as well, just so it has the flavor at the end. And then one thing I always do with pasta is give it a stir right at the beginning so it doesn't all stick together. And then I just leave it and it cooks perfectly fine then.
Okay.
Yep.
While that is boiling, why don't I show what I'm going to use for my net bread or Chita Pita. So I have, it's like a rice flour. So you don't use the other flour. It have to be rice flour. So I have a rice flour and then just little bit of sugar. If you want to use it, you can use it. If you don't want, you don't have to use it, but that's give you a little bit of flavor. And then I have some eggs and little bit of salt and oil to just put it in the
rub the pan.
Rub the pan.
Oh, okay.
That's all. So while your pasta is boiling, why don't I mix my bread? So I will give you, both of us gonna give the recipe with our video.
Yes.
So this is like 1 cup. So I'm gonna do maybe 1 and let's do 2 cups.
All right.
Because I don't know how many it's gonna come up with the 2 cups. And then so this is my 2 cups of flour. Then sugar, like I'll just do a little bit just for flavor. So this is like a half teaspoon. I'm gonna just put 1 teaspoon on there. And then salt, little bit of salt just to give the, it's like just for the flavor. It's not even half teaspoon, less, like quarter teaspoon. So that's done. And then I always put a little bit of oil in there on the flour, so it doesn't stick with the pans. Okay, so that's, and then probably I'll use just one egg. Yeah, because I don't want too much egg smell on there, like eggs flavors. So let's throw that away. And then you just mix it, but when you're mixing it, like use little warm water.
Okay.
Yeah, that way.
And it should be like a liquidy batter, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll see how I'll try to show you guys how like the
consistency.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is like all depend how you're mixing. Your mix have to be like perfect to, get this bread right.
Yes.
A lot of people they blender it too, but I'm not gonna blender.
I feel like by hand it tastes much better.
Yeah, oh
yes.
yeah. In Bangladesh, this is a very famous dish. Like in the morning, we use it for breakfast,
Oh, that's
and
nice.
sometime they use with lunch with like a bread, and like you can eat it with beef, or like not fish. I never seen beef or chicken or
Yeah.
goat curry. With the curry, it's tasty. So I'm gonna keep mixing. See how thick it is, but it's too thick, so I have to put more
More water.
yeah, because it's rice. So you mix it. It's better if you mix it and keep it for a little bit.
Let it sit.
Yeah, let it
Okay.
sit. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna mix it and leave it there, and then you can like start.
With the pasta.
Yeah,
Here, I'll just check on it right now.
I am going to leave this for like maybe 2 minutes.
Okay.
So 2-3 minutes, but you can make it and mix it, and you can leave it for 5-10 minutes. The more you keep it, the bread comes more softer.
Oh, okay.
So I think in 2 minutes. So we'll be back in 2 minutes. Thanks. So I'm back. Now, while the pasta takes little time to boil, I'm going to show how to make this bread. Very easy. I left it for 2 minutes. So you just have the oil on the tissue and you just wrap it here. So after this, you just take see how fine is this? It's like really,
Yes.
really like light.
Okay.
So you just take it and you take the plate and then you just put it like this. And this is called net. So you have to make
Oh,
it as a
that's
net.
really cool.
Yeah. So I will leave it there and I'm going to put more. Maybe I'll take this here, it'll be easier. This
I've
is
seen a lot of
really-
people do it with like water bottles,
Yes,
make a hole at
yes.
the end. Yeah.
But I like this way because that way I can do the design on my way,
Oh, yeah.
the way I want. So now I'm gonna, because my stove was like really low, I'm gonna little high. And then you just want to cover it for like, so if you cover it, then the top will be like cooked.
Okay.
So we'll just wait and then see how first one comes up. I'm just hoping because sometimes the pans matter.
Yeah, and
because
sometimes the first one never comes
comes
out perfect. Yeah.
perfectly. And the pans, if it's old, it's better because it's cooked
Yeah, it's
better.
been used many times.
Yeah, you have to like use it. This is how my grandma and my aunt, they always say, oh, it have to be old pans. Like, let's see.
Yeah, usually during the Pita season, everyone in Bangladesh
Like
brings out their
the
old pans
old
to
pans
make,
to make
stuff,
it, yeah. And but there they use like clay
Yeah.
one, but here it's we don't have one, so we can start using. See, I think I need to wait little more.
Longer, yeah.
If it's cooked, it's gonna come up. This thing you just have to do it very patiently.
Yeah.
You cannot just rush it. So hopefully comes up perfectly.
Yeah, I feel like all the bread making in Bangladesh comes with a lot of patience. Even
Yeah.
like all the cooking skills.
Yeah,
It's because
it's
there's
like
so much like spices that you have to
some
put
stuff,
in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the eggs should mix, that thing comes up. Maybe I should,
Oh, it looks like it's coming up from a lot of sides right there.
yeah. Yeah, it's
Oh, that's
coming.
so perfect.
Yeah, it's coming. We will get excited when the pants works because sometimes the pants doesn't work.
Yeah, I feel like I was worried about that too when we were getting started about
Yeah.
the pan for you.
So
That came out really
the
good.
first one always like it's
Yeah.
little.
You're just getting used to it.
Yeah. So this is how you mix Chita Pita. I'm gonna like flip it a little bit, and if you leave it for a little bit, it's gonna come more better. So
Okay.
I will take this one out, and I'll do another one. This is like my daughter's her favorite. Today I told her I'm gonna make this. She's like, oh my God, I have to come and eat. So, and then you just have to take the rest. Maybe I can throw it in there. Let's see how the next one comes.
Hopefully better than the first.
This always comes the first one, then the second one comes more better. 'Cause the stove have to be hot enough, and then the pan have to be hot enough too.
I see.
So now I'll put the cover on. This is a messy
Yeah, really
job,
messy
though.
job, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll get started with my shrimp, like the base of the pasta, while the pasta's still boiling. So I'm just gonna leave it at a medium right now, just so the pan warms up.
Okay. The water coming out.
Ooh, this one came out
This
really
one
good. This
came
one's
really good.
perfect.
Yeah, this is
The
how
color
it should
too?
be. Yeah. See, it's always like
The first one's never the good one, yep.
comes good. This is also when you're making hot tea with like
Yeah.
if you have cream and sugar with the tea, and you just have
Like
this
the milk teas.
milk
Yeah.
teas. Yeah, it's really perfect. So I will make the second one. Okay, so I'll make one more. This will be much better than the other one. Okay. And if you leave it for a little bit, it comes more perfect. Sometimes if you don't put the cover, it comes also. Let's see, I'm not
I
gonna put
believe
the
this
cover.
one looks like it's already.
Yeah, done.
Okay.
Because the cover giving the water, and it's getting so maybe.
Yeah, it's dropping onto the.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. And another thing, you know, when what I do when I'm cooking this, I always lose my stuff on between. Oh, look, this one automatically coming out.
Oh yeah.
Very easy and simple, but people thinks
The
it's
pan
lot
worked
of
out really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, at the end.
on the end. Because I brought my pan, but it didn't
Yes.
work for the stove. I'll wait a little bit. Patient on this, okay? I try to do a lot of stuff so fast, but some stuff like cooking, you have
Yeah,
to
you have to have your patience.
patience. Yeah. Okay. See, this one like even better than the other one.
The color
So,
is also
look
perfect
at-
on this
yeah,
one.
this is like all
Yeah, I
cooked
think
and
without the
stuff.
lid's doing better now.
better. Yeah. Should I make one more because for the studio?
Yeah.
Okay, one more, and then I'll be good. It's always how you make the bitter. That's all matters.
Yeah.
Right.
Because if the batter is not fine, it'll be either too runny or too thick.
Too thick, and taste is also not.
Mm-hmm.
Like if it's too thick, you will get the taste of like rice flour. But this is when it's cooked, it's better. So I made it so easy and simple way. A lot of people thinks this is very hard to make.
I used to think it was really hard. I
Yeah.
just saw you and I'm like, she just like did that within like
It's-
under 10 minutes right
yeah,
there.
it's like not that hard. It's not
Okay.
that hard.
I feel like I always found like, putting it onto the pan because like the net shape always really hard, but that was really easy how you showed
Easy,
today. Yeah.
Because you take a dip a lot,
Mhm.
then you try to circle it slowly.
No, because the hand's definitely much better
Oh,
than
yeah.
the water bottle because I
yeah,
saw
yeah.
the water bottle videos and they're like trying to like do it. It
Yeah.
doesn't really work out because sometimes it squirts out too much.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Now look, and you'll have the flavor of the bread too, because the other one makes so
Oh, yeah.
tiny. So see, and it's coming faster and it's getting off now.
Oh,
Is it- Your pasta is almost.
yeah, almost done.
So my bread is done. Now you can just. I won't make any more. That's good enough.
Okay.
It's like I made 4 of them, and it's easy and
Yeah.
it's nothing.
It's nothing complicated.
No, it's
Yeah.
not that hard.
Uh-oh.
Okay, it is complicated
You're
now.
picking it up.
Okay, so it's
We
done.
jinxed it too much.
All right, so I'm done on my pita. I'll move this, and then you
All right,
can
yep,
just
I'll
use.
set my
yeah.
shrimp. So I just set the stove to medium heat right now just because I don't want the butter to melt when I put it in.
Okay.
And I'm just going to put both of them in. Pasta always takes a really long time to boil,
Boil,
so
I
yeah,
know.
it's easier to have something to go onto the side right now.
So what I always do, I like do pre-cook a lot of stuff
Yeah.
sometimes. It's easy, and you leave it on the bucket, and then when you want to eat it, you just cook before like
That's
half
actually
an hour.
pretty smart.
Half an hour
Okay.
before you can start cooking.
Yeah, I'll definitely start doing that. I feel like pasta is always a really
yeah,
timely.
takes time.
Yeah.
Do that. I'm gonna take this, pour it in the bucket.
And can you also save the batter for how
Oh
long?
yeah, you can leave it for at least a week. or
Week?
less maybe.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it stays if you keep it in the fridge. Sometimes it's get little soury if you take it. I would say 3 to 4 days
3 to
because
4 days.
you don't want to keep it for too
Yeah,
long.
that's right. Yeah.
So I can save this, and when my daughter comes, I can make it for her today.
So all the butter is almost all melted. While it's still a bit, like there's still like a whole, like few whole pieces, I like to put in my onion so I start sauteing with it. There's a whole, like one whole onion right here. I'm just gonna take a little bit. Kind of depends on how much people like.
But it's you cut it so
Thinly.
thin,
Yeah.
it's gonna like disappear, right?
Yeah.
But
I feel like
sometime-
pasta sometimes I just like to have it. It's like a small. It's just there,
Yeah.
but not really. Because I
You
also
don't want to put too much, make it
Yeah, I also use onion powder, so I feel like that always ties it together at the end.
Okay.
Yep. All right, and I'm gonna just turn up the heat to 7, just so the saute's a bit faster.
Okay.
And while that's cooking, I like to put some like right before putting the shrimp in because it's already washed.
Okay.
I'm just gonna get out the remainder of
A
the
little
water.
water, yeah. Because frozen shrimp always have
Always
like
have
water
some
comes comes out,
Yeah,
right?
and I like putting some black pepper beforehand and some salt as well. Salt kind of depends on
How
anyone.
you taste
Yeah,
it, yeah.
just like that. And then some onion powder. And the oregano and the parsley, I usually just put it right into my base, not in with the shrimp
On
or
the shrimp.
anything.
Okay.
Yeah, just like a generous amount. And then I'm just gonna grab a spoon to mix that up. Just so the shrimp has a small like flavor when it goes in.
It
Yeah.
goes on the batter, yeah.
Cause like Bengali food, they always like a lot of flavors and a lot of spices. That's how I usually make my food too. Yeah. I'm gonna take the minced garlic now. And
Tanha from also Bangladesh, she came in United States, I think she's 1 year old.
yeah, when I was 1. Yeah.
1 years old, so.
Yeah, I basically grew up here. So I just put like a half teaspoon. People could always put some more. I might watch the sauce for a little, and then if I think there's more need of the
You can
garlic, I will
add it.
add it in. As long as you add it in right before putting the pasta, it's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
And also you can use the fresh garlic.
Yeah, fresh
too.
garlic's better. I just like the
I
sauce
know.
of this one, and it's easier. It's already
It's
cut up.
easy,
Yeah.
And then also fresh garlic, you buy it, then you don't use it, it's waste.
Yeah.
This stays
Because
for a long
I feel
time.
like the whole the whole garlic when we buy them, you have to peel them.
Yeah, it's
and
not-
then sometimes your nails get stinky, so like a lot of people don't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So once like the onion starts reducing in size,
Yeah.
I like putting in some green chili. I'm not gonna put too much. It kind of depends on the spice level that everyone likes. I'm just gonna put a little.
Yeah.
And I'm just gonna leave it right there. The green chili, one thing good about that one is that you could also do it at the end when the pasta's like after you put the pasta in. You think there's more need, you could also put some more in. And then I'm just gonna put my shrimp into this.
You also can make with the chicken too like this?
Yeah, chicken, same recipe. It's like you put the same things except for the shrimp is just gonna be the chicken.
Okay.
Yep. And I like cooking the chicken for longer actually. Like like when the chicken gets a little bit blackened. I feel like that tastes better.
tastes better,
Yeah, it
yeah.
tastes better. Thank
Do
you.
you think your pasta is boiled? You want me to
Yeah,
rinse
it is. Yep.
Okay.
So since this is done, I'm just gonna go and pour it right into the strainer.
Sure.
And one thing I like doing with the pasta is like always rinsing it off with some cold water, just so it doesn't stick after on. And I feel like shrimp never rush to shrimp just because fish has a smell sometimes and always. So I always like leaving it on for however much long it needs to do.
You can,
because
yeah.
a lot of people I've seen like once the shrimp turns orange, they take it off or they throw the pasta in. Once it turns orange, it's just cooking inside.
That's good.
Yep.
Because otherwise you'll smell the fish.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah, like most of the like skills my mom always like taught me like, oh, when the shrimp turns orange, don't take it off. It's still cooking. Because when I was younger, that's when I was introduced to the kitchen and how to cook. So it was always shrimp was the most like easiest
Easiest thing
recipe
to
for me to cook, but like chicken, when it got to chicken it was harder just because chicken stays white
Yeah, yeah.
even after cooking it. But yeah.
And then washing and stuff, it takes longer
Yeah.
to cut it and wash it.
And then beef takes the longest, I feel like. So I'm going to put the oregano in.
Okay.
Now I'm just going to take this off and just put the spoon. So like 1 teaspoon works best. It's just to get the flavor and some smell into the pasta.
I can just smell it.
Yeah.
So good smell.
I'm going to also turn the heat down just because now everything's going in, so I don't want the butter to keep burning. And then some parsley flakes. There's going to be parsley at the end for garnishing, but some into the pasta just makes it have a really nice taste.
It's a dry one.
Yeah.
So the fresh one, you're going to use it or no?
I'm going to just like plate it off. Yep.
Okay, okay.
And you know when you like put like the perfect spice levels because the color starts changing of the butter. So that's what you were looking for. I'm going to put some ground pepper into the sauce as well. And then I'm going to put the heavy cream in. I just want like, you always want to make sure like the shrimp cooks before you put the heavy cream in. This is like 1 pinch. So like I'm just going to go right until like the half of the thing. I'm not going to put all of it in. Just because it makes it too much.
Okay.
Yep, that's perfect.
It sounds like a cup, 1 cup.
Yeah, 1
like
cup. Yeah,
almost a cup. Yeah.
Yeah, because 1 pint has a little bit more than just 1 cup, so 1 cup would be fine for this. Now I want to just bring it up, just because I put the heavy cream in. I really like how that looks. And then while that's cooking, I'm gonna put some cheese in as well. Rest of the cheese goes on top of the pasta, but then right now I'm just gonna put a little bit in just so it gets that cheesy flavor in. And then you know when it's time for the pasta to pour in because the cheese starts melting in, and it gets more heavier. Yep.
Okay.
So just like that, the cheese is already melted in, but I'm gonna just wait for the sauce to just thicken up. And usually growing up when I was like younger, my mom, like whenever she used to make pasta, she used to make like Bengali flavors into it. That's what I do now because I just feel like it tastes so much better. Because before I was like, you know what, why is she putting all this? But like now as I grow up, I start like appreciating all the tastes of our spices, which is really good for me.
Spice always gives a different flavor.
Exactly.
You add different spice, you get different flavors. So cooking with spice, it's
really fun.
It's fun.
You get to explore new flavors, new spice levels, which I think is like really cool. And right here, all the oil, like it's like already mixed in with the heavy cream. So now we know that it's time for the pasta to pour in. So I'm just gonna go and grab that.
So it's like one of the packet, like we got it from, you got it from the supermarket.
Yeah, it's just like not even like the full package. It's the half ones because it's like much skinnier in size.
Okay.
Yep. And so then I'm gonna go from under to out to get all the sauce on the pasta.
Goes to the pasta. Okay.
And you always want to make sure that you you do it evenly, just because sometimes a lot of the pasta doesn't mix in, which is it does not really taste really good when you're eating it.
It looks good already. I think I had like on my cooking show couple of the pasta dishes, but everyone is different.
Yeah,
like
I feel like pasta, there's so many ways to make it.
So when I ask the young kids to come to cook my show, they always pick pasta. I think it's easy, and then but everyone has like different spicy level, different type of.
And I've just put a lot of like black pepper into it, just because it gets that really smoky taste with the shrimp, and it goes really well. And then some more salt. I'm gonna actually taste the salt in a bit, just because you don't want to like put in like a ridiculous amount of salt before even tasting the pasta. Like my sister, she makes pasta as well. She makes her pasta like the entire Italian way. She swirled her linguine and everything. Yeah, she has a lot of fun. That's perfect. And now near the end, always I like putting the heat up high, just so it
the
soaks
water
everything.
sucks out. Yeah, that's the smart way cooking.
And then I'm just gonna pour the cheese in as well while it's still cooking. And you could always put more cheese, depending on how much you like it. And before, when I used to eat this, I used to like top it off with like a little bit of Parmesan, like the shredded Parmesan, which is really good as well.
I love Parmesan.
Yeah, it's so good. And like the only reason I put the cheddar is just because it comes with the salt already, and it gives it a really nice color to the pasta.
And also, like, if you have a little bit salt in there, all salt always makes good flavor for everything. Do you want me to grab your dish?
Yes,
so please. You can.
Yep.
Okay.
I'll start plating it. for the salt, there's like no really any measurement, just because you want to make it according to how you like salt flavors.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I might be eating more salt than you, and you might not.
Sometimes
so
people don't use salt.
any salt, yeah.
It's not good for,
It's not
like,
good.
if you have a pressure,
Yeah.
it's not good because doctor always say, oh, no salt.
Yeah, like when my mom cooks, she uses less salt just because she has high blood pressure. So like people with different kind of health issues, they not really
Use.
with salt. I feel like salt's my best friend. I love it. And so this is perfect right here. It's creamy and it's really
And,
nice.
yeah, it
But you want to make sure it's not too creamy just because it doesn't go well. Because there will
Okay.
be some like, it'll be too watery at that point.
And then you can just,
Yeah, I'll just put the Parmesan. I mean the parsley in. So like when like there's like any guests or anything coming, if my mom tells me to cook anything, I always like putting some green, like the leafy greens on top, just because it gives a really nice color.
and it looks, I can put one on mine too.
All right.
There you go. Nice decorated.
Here, I'll step out actually. I'll just go put this away.
So both of our dishes is done. Look at Tanha made
I made the creamy, cheesy shrimp pasta right here with garlic heavy sauce at the base. And so on top, I just topped it off with some parsley and some shredded cheese.
and then I made my net bread, which is called Chita Pita
Yeah.
in Bangladesh, and I put some honey, and then you can eat it with honey. You can eat, like I said, you can eat with beef, chicken, any kind of like soup. You can just dip it in.
Any kind of like liquid. I feel
Yeah.
like any curry or any liquids.
any liquids with tea too. It's very
Yeah.
good because in Bangladesh in the morning they mix it in this for breakfast, right?
Yes.
In the breakfast with the tea. So thank you for watching Aromatic Bangladeshi Kitchen, and thank you Tanha.
Thank you
to
very much for
join.
having me.
And thank you Acton TV for recording our show. Thank you so much. Don't
you.
forget to watch and try it at home and subscribe our channel, right?
Yes. Yep.
Thank you.
Thank you.